folks, JD here, and today we're going to be making a pair of bubble lifts to take me right up to the top floor from down here. Now I'm going to explain the whole procedure from beginning to end, but before we do this I just got to make sure that I have enough resources. So inside here we need, before you build any bubble elevators, you need a lot of glass like I've got here. You need some signs, and the reason you put the signs up, these are always needed if your entrances are open like this. If you have an entrance on the bottom like this that you jump out of, you don't necessarily need them. But if you have an open entrance like this, you put the blocks up, and it's the same as that painting trick where you put a painting over a hole in the wall and then you can pass through it like a door. This basically acts as a block, so you can pass through it, but the water cannot. So it does make for, just in case anything happens, like if you accidentally remove a block, hopefully the water is not going to pour out of here, and that's the whole idea. So you need two elevators, either side by side, back to back, or as I've got them individually. You need one to go up and you need one to come down. So there's a few things you need before you can build. So you need to get soul sand, which is, you get that from the nether. You need a magma block, which you can get from under the water, and you can mine those. The magma block pulls you down, and the soul sand pushes you up. You need a lot of kelp as well, because you need to oxygenate all the blocks from in both of your lifts, because it's the oxygenated water that pushes you up, and also the magma block that pulls you down, again with the oxygenated water. You also need glass, like I've got here, but just in case you destroy a block accidentally, you need to replace that before you fill it back up with water. And of course you need water. So I'm hoping that these two water buckets will do. If you get the water correct, you should be able to just have one water bucket per lift. Now as you can see, this might alter slightly for mine, because in this new train terminal that I'm building, which is quite colossal, I've got 3 lifts. Or rather 2 lifts going over 3 floors. So you've got the first floor, the second, and then the top floor here. See? And on all of these openings, I've put down these 2 little signs. I haven't written anything on them, just because all I want them to do is act as a water barrier and stop the water coming flooding out all over the floor. Because of course, that's, not exactly what you want. So let's start. So I've built these. I haven't built these to the floor, to the ceiling, even though I've got another floor up here, which just takes us outside. I haven't taken them all the way up there. I don't really want to. This is just going to be a quick way of me getting off the train, going down and coming straight back up. And likewise, I don't really want to take it right the way to the roof. I just want this to be my top floor. So now what I need to do is climb on top of here and fill this one full of water, and then do exactly the same over there. So what have I got there? I've got a little bit of dirt. I've got some spruce planks. So I'm going to use these because, to be honest with you, I can break them back down. You're not going to lose the plank, and it's going to be absolutely fine. So let me just, I've left some dirt up there from earlier. So now what you're aiming to do is you're aiming to get the water at this block level here, so it is level. So let's put both of them in here. I don't need my flint and steel for the second, so let's get rid of that. So, but any height, I said that's the first block here, but any height will do, as long as you can get out. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flood up to the top block, and then I'm going to put a bit of glass down here to stop me going any higher, so I have to come out of that little entrance way down there. So I'm going to roughly think I've got to go there with it. So there we go. We flooded that. So what I'm going to do now is, shall I do it from up here? No. I'm going to replace that block. Let's get rid of that. And replace that block that I dug out. And then I'm going to remove these 2 bits of dirt, which I can use later. And then using the axe, I can get rid of that wooden support. And there you have it. There is your first lift. So it's down from the 3rd floor, it's onto the 2nd. That's fine. Does it reach the bottom? Yes, it does perfectly. Look at that. And it doesn't come out. Again, because of those wooden signs there, just acting as a block and stopping the water from coming out. Now, this is exactly what we're going to do over here. And then what I'm going to do is take in 2 glass blocks I'm then going to block up these lifts inside so that this entranceway here is the highest possible place that I can go. So for the second, I'm going to go back and I'm going to get my wood. I'll get rid of the hoe, I don't need that for this experiment. So let's go up, some dirt, and then let's use the rest of them. Spruce planks, there we go. And again, I'm going to go hopefully for the third block with the water like I did over there. So I'm going to stand behind it. That looks like a closed block to me. It very much was. And I'm going to go for the third block if I can. There we go. That might be a little bit high actually. It doesn't matter because I'm going to block that off anyway. So I'm going to leave that open. I'm not going to put a block in the top here in case I've ever got to come back and refill it. Let me see actually. It does look a little bit too high, doesn't it? Yeah, I think it's on the third block, isn't it? So I think it should be there. Maybe. We'll see. So I'm not going to block off the first one. I'm just going to block off inside here. Is that level? Because if it's not level, it's going to absolutely play with me. Yeah, there we go. That's level. And I will just go down and check that it's on that level. Good. And then we'll go down and check it's on that level. So we're right the way down. We don't need any more water. 1 bucket of water will do. And now what I'm going to do to see, because the thing is that I don't want, when I'm using this lift, I don't want to pop out at the top here. So what I'm going to do is just block it off there. There we are. Have a little bit of water on the top there. Oh no, I've blocked off the main supply, haven't I? Get rid of that. There we are. Okay, I'll leave it open. I'll leave it open. My idea wouldn't have worked because I blocked off the water supply. It's only perpetual if you leave the water supply open. Okay, fine. So let's go about and make one the up and one the down. So we go all the way down to the bottom, and then before we put in the magma block in one and the soul soil in the other, or soul sand in the other, what we're going to do is we're going to use the kelp, and we're going to get in the lift, and we're going to put the kelp on the bottom, and then we're going to swim up and put some kelp in there. Now hopefully I've got enough to do all the floors, which I have, perfect. And now I'm going to swim all the way down to the bottom, or even come out of that level. At least I know the level works. So as you can see, we've got kelp in there. You haven't got to leave it in there for any amount of time. I could get rid of that now if I wanted to, but I'm just going to do this side as well. And again, swim up the top. Oh, come on, there we go. Swim up while popping down a load of kelp. Wait for your oxygen bubbles to replenish, and then double click the forward key and then swim all the way down to the bottom and then come out down there. Beautiful. Now every single block in this excuse me, every single block in this water now is oxygenated, so you can now remove the bottom part, the bottom kelp, and every single other part of it will fall away. Beautiful. And you can do the same here. And now the finishing touch is just to put a magma block in the one that in the lift that you want to come down, and put some soul sand in the one that you want to go up. So I'm going to put my magma block in that one, and then you should start seeing some oxygen bubbles. We'll see it from above. And then I'm going to put my soul sand in here. There we go. And now we should be able to go right up to the top, which we can. Okay, that's a bit of a problem. I think I need to break. That's why I wanted to block it off. Oh well, and I'll break that one as well, just for now, and then I'll build a little bridge. There we go. I'll build a bridge now. I didn't think I'd have to do that, but still, okay, no problem. So let's build a bridge. Let's put a little something there, there. And then I can make this a bit better a bit later. I can add some steps and actually make it. There we go. And I can just drop down. There we go, that's fine. So there's your uplift. You can see there are bubbles floating upwards. And then the downlift works in exactly the same way. Don't know why I just chose the sword. Apart from it sucks you down. So you can get out of the different levels. And that's that. And that is a very basic, simple way of how to make a bubble lift in Minecraft. And it is so much easier than walking up these darn stairs all the time. Because by the time you turn around and walk up it and then get to the top level, you haven't got to do that anymore. You can just get out of your get out of your bubble lift and go back down on your bubble lift. So before we finish this build, I'm just going to tidy that top bit up. I'm going to make some stairs because I'm pretty sure I've got some, yes, I thought so, deep slate stairs there. And what else have I got in this one? Have I got anything else of any use? Nah, that's okay. It's a shame I didn't have any of those deep slate blocks left as well. Oh well, I'll just use those. And you should hear the fire roaring outside there of my netherrack. Right, so let's go up here. Let's go back up here again. I should have actually used the bubble lift, shouldn't I? And now what I'm going to do is build some stairs. So for now, just so I can get an idea, I'm just going to use a bit of dirt where that should be. Perfect. And then I'm going to use a pair of stairs. Ah, no, I'm not. I forgot I built this whole thing on half-height blocks. Okay, so we're going to remove those two. We're going to remove that one block. We're going to replace this half-height block with a proper block. A little bit like that. And then we can put a pair of stairs on that and a pair of stairs once I've replaced this one as well, John. Okay, I'll work on that a little bit. And then I'll put a pair of stairs. No, I won't. Thinking this would be nice and easy. Turned out not to be as much. There. No. Got to get the angle right. So if I put a pair of stairs there, and then if I stand up on that stairs, and then... Problem is, if I use... No. Probably would have been easier for me to leave it as it was. No. I don't really mind about having this little step there because I'm going to be coming out of here. So that's not a problem. I think what I could do, you know, is I could just block that up. I'm going to do something I probably shouldn't do because it's going to cause something to flood. Hopefully not that much, but might do temporarily. There we go. One of those. And then one of those. There we go. So I've completely blocked that up. So we've only got one entranceway there. One exit way, rather. So if I put... Where am I going? I'm going up to that one, aren't I? Is where I'm going. And I don't want to... No. I've got to get higher than it. So if I put a block behind it, just to tell me where I'm going with it. And then I can put the stairs on top of that block. And it's going to be too high. Right, let's get rid of that. Let's go down and pick that up again. It has to be above the bottom of that block. No, it's still going to do that. Now I've got something to gauge 2 at the top. No. Yes, there we go, finally, right. So when I come out of here, let's build this. There we go, I'm going to keep that as it is actually so that they're both level. There we go. So when I come out of there, I'm going to come down onto the bridge, come down here, and then drop down there. I mean, there's better ways to do it, of course, but it works. So let's go all the way down to the bottom, and then let's try that out. So off we go. I mean, I can get out. There we go, there. And then let's go back up the top. And there you have it. Beautiful. 2 bubble lifts. Quite fun, quite easy. More than anything though, it just saves using the stairs when you've got somewhere like this to try and traverse. Well, there we are, folks. I hope you've enjoyed that, and I hope that's been quite enjoyable. and also not just enjoyable but useful for you in your Minecraft worlds. Thanks ever so much for watching and listening. I've been JD, you've been fantastic as always. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Hello and welcome to all the new subscribers. I hope you're enjoying the channel. So until next time, my friends, happy mining.